Hello, hello. I've made some notes, right? So please, please, please bear with me, right? But I've made some notes. I've been going around, and I don't know if you guys do this, right? But you're going around, and then you've got like all these thoughts, right? And you're like, oh, that's a really good thought. So when I used to be, this is in my younger days, I used to be a quote unquote musician. I say singer. I used to walk around with either one of them recorders, them little recorder things, or I used to have a pen and a paper. Those days where we used to have pens and papers. And I used to write down all my ideas for writing songs and blah, 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 blah. So I think I'm gonna have to start that because I've had so many things, so many revelations, so many things popping into my mind now. So I've had to write it all down. So I've got my notes here, so I have to flash back to the notes every so often. That's right. So today, I'm going to talk about something that I would say that I've not focused on enough in my business career. It's not about motivation. It's not about vision boards. Also, I do have a vision board. I do like to do a little bit of motivation, but it's about the weeks that quietly decide how our year is going to go. So the weeks decide how the actual year is going to end. If it's going to end great, what you do, or if it's not going to end so well. And even if you can even break that down into days. This is what I'm starting to have a look at this year. Again, I don't know whether it's going to work, but just for the season that I'm in, this is working. So this might not be applicable even next year, right? So doing the right thing in the wrong season is always going to end up with the wrong results. This is just me thinking aloud, out aloud, right? So we're only like 4 or 5 days into February, and yet this week has been one of those weeks where I've had to kind of like take stock and have a look what is going on, right? What is going on? So right now, I'm not panicking about numbers, right? February isn't a time to be focusing or panicking about numbers. February is not even a month to be proving what success looks like or proving your success. It's a month that's going to prove control. So February is a month that proves control. So at this stage, I'm not asking how much money have we made. I love money. The more money come to me, whatever that song is, yeah, come to me, right? So I love money, but that is not my primary focus for this year for my business, right? At this part of the quarter. Yeah, it's only a couple months into the quarter. Yeah, a couple months into the first quarter. What I'm looking at is looking at all of the actions that are being taken in my business. Yeah, all those actions from the different teams. What are they doing? How are they acting? How are they responding? And that's great. So, for example, at the top of the year, we decided we wasn't going to do I wasn't going to do 9 posts every day anymore. I was going to do 3 points and then touch points. Touch points are is basically reaching out to our peer companies, reaching out to our potential clients, seeing what they're posting, what they're doing, and engaging with our community, our wider community, so to speak. So that's what's been happening. What we've noticed in January is that we had good engagement, excellent, very high organic traffic, more followers. It's a good month, right? And I thought, right, we finally found our rhythm, not the 9, 3's our rhythm, and then now we can focus on what content's working, what content's not working, and just tweaking small things that we used to do really long. I don't know what they're called, but when you put in the caption, right? So we used to do really long ones, and now it's like, oh, no, they're too long, and they look too AI generated. So can we shorten those captions in any type of way? Because me as a person, I'm not going to read all that. Good. I'm just being honest, I'm not. And as much as I find like I'm an amazing person and all this, that, and the other, yes, great. However, I'm not going to spend all day on somebody else's post reading that. So can we shorten the captions that go out? Perfect. So January, we're in a really good rhythm. So I thought, start of February, we'll stay in this rhythm and we'll just do the tweaks and tweaks. Then all of a sudden, it stopped. So I looked at the video and we didn't post on the Monday. And then the Tuesday, we might have posted one. So I asked him, like, what's going on? Why, and this, that, and the other. So I had to look at what's going on that's not working for the company. What is going on that is working? What are we doing really well at? And are the actions that we're doing really well, are they happening on a consistent basis? That was the main crux of what my week was this week. Because what I found is results always lag behavior. People happen to work in patterns. Everything's a pattern thing. And as I said before, anything done right in the wrong season is not going to happen, right? So where I'm talking from is the season that I'm in now in my business and what I'm finding that's working for me at this particular moment in time. So next year it might not work. We'll maybe have to do like a revamp all over again. I don't know. So my business is not going to fail because of lack of ideas, right? Myself, I'm a fountain of ideas, if I do say so myself, right? I have a lot of ideas every day. Let's do this. We had crypto, we had investing in different platforms, innovation projects. We're making an innovation project, making an app so people could just go straight in and identify if the suppliers are suppliers or not. So we had loads of ideas. But what that happened is we just had scattered focus. Everything was all over the place. We was doing this 1 minute, that the other, and then it was all over the place. Yeah. So our ideas were, and even a bad idea done in the right season is going to work out, right? So our team or my business is not going to fail because of lack of ideas. Bad ideas, good ideas, it's not going to be that. My business is going to fail because the expectations that I've set on the business is too loose. Accountability is emotional, and the standards that I'm setting for the company slide. So I ideally, what should be happening is I should be able to step away from the business and it should still be able to work. So I do test eventually, like let me step out, let me step in. I do tests to be like if it's stable or if it's not stable. But that's not something that is sustainable. Uh, Nobody has a business to be the operational person of the business. You have a business, one, to make money, two, to have financial freedom, three, to spend time with your family. That's normally the reason most people make a business. They don't make a business to be getting on people's back, to be getting on people's back. You do the work that I've asked you to do, chasing up to make sure why things are not done, and da 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 da. Right. So I think this week was a very big turning point because what I learned is flexibility without structure doesn't create freedom. It creates instability. So for me, I was managing my business how I want to be managed myself, right? Give me a task, I'll get it done. That's it. I don't need micromanaging. I don't need checking in and are you all right and whatever, whatever. But this year I've learned to notice not everybody is a natural born leader or they have different ways to get them motivated. So what I've had to do is tap into the team and note and figure out what motivates them and what can get them to do what they need to do. And that's working for now. But I did have to make that choice. Look, if this new way, because I don't like micromanaging people. I don't. I really don't, right? I don't. And I shouldn't have to because everybody's grown. But I don't like micromanaging people. So what I've had to do is say, this year, this is the focus, their roles, their outputs, their timelines. If you can't do that, then I'm gonna have to close the business down. And because I can't keep I've been doing this business now for since 2016, and it's always been me and a load of people brought along, but not helping to push me forward. And I can remember when I moved to China, I had a friend, and he was like saying that you need people that can help you. And at the time, my mindset was very different to how it is now. And I was like, oh, I don't need people to help me. I don't want to bring everybody along, and I'll be able to be the driving force, and I can do everything, and da 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 da. But I get it now what you were saying, that if you're going to have a business, you're going to have people in that business that's going to help you drive you forward. Not saying they're trying to do something, because trying is like it's just I'll try. Yeah, trying is nothing. You have to do. You have to be able to execute. I can't turn around to my clients at the end of the day and say, "I'm trying to get your delivery out. I'm gonna get your delivery out." Simple as that. They don't pay me for trying. Oh, yeah, and the book does stop here. So I'm not that type of person to be ranting and raving and shouting at the end of the month because we're not yet targets. I'm not that way. Yeah. If something needs doing, I'm just like, you know what, I'll just do it myself. I am, but when you've got 4 or 5 people on payroll not doing what they're supposed to do, it is a bit annoying. Yeah. So now my job as a leader now is to make sure that the whole company, all teams are in alignment with our vision. So we have a 1,000 day plan, execution plan. I know what that is. I know where that needs to be. But the team doesn't need to know all that, right? Every 3 months, every quarter, that's accounted for. And I have an execution plan for the next year. Again, I've not shared that with my team, but we do have a 30-day execution plan that is shared with my team. So 30 days. Then we have an AI operation system that helps me. So what I would do, they will send me the reports at the end of the week. I'll put those reports into a system and then I'll ask that system to, in real time, based on what we've done this week, what's the likelihood that we're going to hit the target in 365 days? Or what do we need to do to recalibrate to make sure that we stay on target to hit the target within the next, I don't know, 90 days? And then that system, that AI system, will tell me what needs to be done or where do we need to fix. And then with wisdom, I would also do. But the one thing that I realized this week was very like touching for me is when I put something into the sat nav to go and pick the kids up from school, and I was like, in my head, I was like, why are you going this route? Like, this route is notoriously known for always having traffic. Every time I go down this route, it has traffic. Yeah. So, but my sat nav is, say with me, I'm going somewhere, right? So my sat nav is in tune to go to pick up any road blocks and bring me to the place at the quickest time based on now information. Every time I'm making a decision based on past information, based on past patterns, not even now. So I don't know what's going on the roads now. I can only make a decision that I'm going to go and I'm going to drive this way because yesterday it wasn't like that. Yeah. And the day before it wasn't like that. But today I might get to it and it might be it might be blocked, or it might be a lot of traffic, or there might have been an accident there, or it might be a road closed. I'm not gonna know. I make a decision and I will get to that point, get to the point, and then what the results of my vision is then. Now, what's great about this AI model that we have is that the AI makes a decision based on the information that he already knows. Yeah. But if based on patterns, so if we continue this way, this is what's going to happen, and what are the possible desirable outcomes that could happen. Yeah. Based on right now information. Yeah. So that's what I love about these systems. They're based on right now. They know what's happening right now all across the world. And based on what's happening all across the world, future predictions based on past predictions, you know what's going on now, right? So you can see what's going on now, so they can make a decision what to do because they know that that road's blocked off. This road is got a lot of traffic on. There's been an accident there, so we reroute you to the fastest possible route possible. Same with the AI project. So that's the best way to explain it. Thank you for staying with me for so long. So my main role this year, what I'm going to really, really home in on is making sure that week by week we're in alignment with the vision, the end goal. And if it's not, correcting it early, not letting it drag on for weeks, months, years, and then be like, I've had enough, right? No. The first week, correct it. If it's not corrected, give you time, give the team time to calibrate. If it's not collected, then again, yeah. So that's basically it. And that's what I'm doing now. And the place that I'm operating out of is not fear, but it's from responsibility. Now, I have a family. I have people that are responsible for me. So if you are a business owner and you have employees, you're not just responsible for your immediate family, you're also responsible for two, three, or four, or even five other people's families as well. So they don't, if your family don't eat, they don't. So it's a lot. I would say as a business owner, it's a lot of responsibility to happen. Where I've had to say to my team, like, look, if you guys don't pull it this year, I'm just gonna have to close the business. Might have to end up getting a job. But again, I don't know anybody. I don't know anybody that has been self-employed for over 20 years and then goes back into the job role. But I'll probably still have to do something on the side, whether it's singing or I'll have to do something if that is the outcome that happens. But that outcome is not going to happen because I've said that's happened. The outcome is going to happen because I've set clear roles. I've set clear outcomes, and if those outcomes aren't delivered, then unfortunately I can't continue to the business can't sustainably run. Yeah, if people aren't going to pull their weight, or not even pull their weight, just what we're doing if it's not working. And I think after 5 years is a good time to know whether or not it's time to throw it out. So yeah, so that was the harsh reality of it. But then a lot of people rely on me, so I can't. I have to take out emotion out of that. Yeah, and I have to. So that's me. Yeah. I've had to look up my notes quite a couple of times. Yeah. So yeah. So have a great week. If you are listening and you feel that quiet tension, that sense that this has to work differently this year, like it has to work differently this year, then you're probably right. Yeah. Are you asking yourself questions like, are my actions aligned to my goal? Yeah. Or am I hoping that this is going to carry me through? And I'm sorry to tell you, hope alone is not. Hope and faith alone is not going to carry you through. So hope is not a strategy. Execution is. So until next time, if you've not got your calendar for this year, I'm going to put it in the bottom. So click on the description to get your free 2006 calendar. Until next time, I'm Dr. Lisa Gordon, and this is Sustainable Success.